Hello everyone, my name is Rashi Singh. Today I'm going to take a lecture on the reproduction in plants. I did my graduation in chemistry and environment honors and my master's in applied microbiology and biotechnology from Vanasthali Vidyapeeth, Rajasthan. If we talk about the reproduction is defined when the new individuals are produced from the parents, which is called as a reproduction. Or in a simple word, we can say when the parents give birth to the individual, a new individual of their own kind. Own kinds are known as reproduction. In plants, the reproduction can be takes place by two methods, which is called as the asexual reproduction and the sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is defined as when there is an involvement of a single parent, or we can say a single parent is capable of producing a new individual. This is called as a asexual reproduction. In case of a plant, we can say that if a new plant is produced without the production of a seed or the spores, this is called as a asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is also defined as a vegetative propagation. Why it is called as a vegetative propagation? Because in the case of asexual reproduction, when the reproduction takes place with the help of roots, stems, leaves, and buds, this is called as a vegetative propagation, because these are the parts of the plant which is called as a vegetative parts. These are not the reproductive parts. These are called as a vegetative parts. If we see in the case of a bryophyllum leaf, what the bryophyllum leaf used to do, when it got when it comes out of the plant, and if you sow it into the soil, it used to develop the little buds from the notches. You can see the leaves is having this kind of a structure. This part is called as this axial part is called as a notches. From here, the leaves used to develop the kind of a shoot and the roots. This is called as and sometime after these parts, these little plants will grow into a new individual, which is helping in producing the new plants. Similar in the case of a tuber of the potato, if you keep it for a little bit of more time, and if it get the moisture, adequate moisture, it will develop the eye kind of a thing. And when it will get the adequate amount of minerals, it will develop into the new plant. It will develop the shoots and roots. If you cut out this portion, if you sow it into the soil, it will develop into the new plant. Similarly, if we talk about some creepers, or if we can take the example of money plant, this kind of a layering you might have seen. If you keep it if you keep this stem into the soil, it will develop the kind of a root, and if you cut it from this place, this plant will become a new individual, this will become a new individual. These two can grow separately. Similar in the case of a rose and into the sugarcane, you can see if you cut a portion, this is the vegetative part, can grow into the new individual. And if you wanted to develop the two plants together, this is a different plant, this is a different plant. If you keep it together, and if you keep it wrapped and waxed for some months, or you can say some days, it will develop into the new plant. Similarly, in the case of, you can see when the water and the nutrients are available in the algae, grow into the multiply rapidly by the fragmentation. Fragmentation is also the method of a vegetative reproduction. An alga breaks up into the two or more fragments, and more of the fragments develop into the new individual. If we talk about the sexual reproduction now, sexual reproduction takes place with the help of the two parents. Two parents involved, one is male and another one is female. If onto the flowers, either only the pistil or the stamens are produced or present, this is called as a unisexual plant or the flower. And if both the stamen and the pistil both present onto the single flower, this is called as a bisexual plant. What is the meaning of the unisexual and bisexual? On a single flower, if you find on a single flower, if you find only a stamen or only pistil, this is called as a unisexual. And if we find the both of the parts, this is called as a bisexual. If we talk about the morphology of the plant, flower, you can see this is the colored part, which is called as a petals. This green leaves-like structure, which is called as a sepals. The group of petals, suppose this is a 1, 2, and the 3 petals. This group of petals is known as a calyx. And group of sepals, as you can see, like this is 1, 2, and some more at the behind. This group of sepals is called as a corolla. This filament-like a structure and anther together form the stamen. This stigma, style, and the ovary part, this all make the pistil. Or you can say this is a male reproductive part. And this is a female reproductive part. Ovary is the one where the eggs are produced, and anthers are the one which used to have the male germ cells, or which we called as the pollen grains. Pollen grains. This broad part at the base, which is called as a receptacle, which is like having a kind of a one place where together the stamen and the ovary, pistil, and petals and sepals, they all align at a one place, which is called as a receptacle. In a single plant, if only the stamen is present, or you can say this male reproductive part is present, that is called as a unisexual plant. And if they both, like the pistil and your stamens, they both are present, if they are called as a bisexual plant. Well, that's all for today. Further, we'll see into the next class. Thank you.